It's Wednesday, May 9th, 2018, and it's time for Eezeey Gamer, and today we are going to talk about Red Dead Redemption 2, and we're going to speculate on the story. We're going to speculate on who we're going to play as. We're going to do a lot of speculation. Why? Because I'm not looking up a lot of stuff on this game. I want to speculate. I want to make stuff up that might be in the game. Because I do kind of want to be surprised. I don't want to learn too much about this game before I get to play the game. And I'm sure a lot of you are probably going to be the same way. You don't want to know everything going into the game. But what are some of the things that might be in the game? Can we speculate? Can we predict? Of course we can, because I don't know anything. I'm just a guy that watched some trailers. So, of course, some of the first trailers, of course, you know, they focus a lot on Arthur Morgan. And I like the character Arthur Morgan. Everything I've seen on him, I like the character of Arthur Morgan. But I have this bad feeling we're not going to get to play as him the whole game. And I have a bad feeling that we may lose him partway through this game. Like, he's kind of the setup protagonist, and then we're going to maybe move in another direction. This story may get told kind of like Grand Theft Auto 5 from multiple perspectives. I think we're going to get to play as Dutch. I don't know why, it's just a gut feeling. I think Dutch is going to be a character we play as. We're going to learn a lot more about him. Now, how much we like playing as Dutch, I don't know, because Dutch, of course, is the one that kind of double-crossed our Mr. Marston, and we are all big fans. If you played Red Dead Redemption, you are a huge fan of John Marston. One of the best video game characters ever created. I mean, without a doubt. Rockstar knocked it out of the park with John Marston. The only other protagonist I might even put in his league is Tommy Vercetti from Grand Theft Auto 3 Vice City. Or from Grand Theft Auto Vice City. Vercetti is a great character, too. And Ray Liotta did a great job on voicing him. But Marston is a favorite. He's just an all-time. There are people that played the game and played it only up to a certain point. So when they walked away from the game, John Marston, in their mind, is always still with us. So John Marston is a great character. And, of course, we saw in the most recent trailer where he's in the game in kind of a compromising position with a knife kind of at his head and being held by the throat. But this makes me wonder. Rockstar knows how much we loved playing as John Marston. And if you're going to tell a story leading up to John Marston in Red Dead Redemption, and then you're going to show us John Marston in this game, does that mean at some point we're going to pick up the story? We might pick up the story with John Marston, maybe leading up to the double cross, or unless that is the double cross of John Marston. I don't know how far into the future these trailers are going to show. I have a hard time believing that Rockstar is showing anything towards the end of the game. They want to keep all that under wraps, so I have a hard time. I really believe that what we're seeing is from basically the first half of the game, if that. I think we're going to get to play as this girl. I think it's not Bonnie. Her name's not Bonnie. That was a character in Red Dead Redemption. But I think we're going to get to play as this girl character that I keep seeing. I'm not sure of her name. It would be the first time I think that Rockstar has had a female protagonist, and it would be kind of fun for them to, she looks like she's tough. It doesn't look like she's going to be some damsel in distress. She looks like she's going to be able to hold her own, and which is cool. You're talking Wild West type of an era, and you're talking about a woman that's going to be able to hold her own. She's not going to be the person you rescue from the railroad tracks. She might be the one that, has to rescue somebody else from the railroad tracks, being tied up to them. She might even be, involved in the heists and the bank robberies and the train robberies and things like that. I don't know yet. But I'm hoping that if we do play as her, she's not just some, terrible character that's, helpless or whatnot. I want her to be a strong character. Arthur Morgan, I have a feeling we're going to lose Arthur Morgan halfway through this game. I really do. I don't see us finishing the game with Arthur Morgan. And that kind of pains me to say because I like Arthur Morgan. So far, what I've seen of him, I like him. Maybe when we actually play as him, we might not like him so much, but right now I like that character. So I'm hoping I'm wrong on that. But I just have this weird feeling that we're going to lose him partway through the game. Bringing John Marston into it, how can you not have him as a playable character? You know the fans love him. You've already shown him. And let's face it, those two scars, the little scar up here, the scar here, that's John Marston. I know they didn't say it's John Marston, but that's John Marston. We all know it. We played enough of this Red Dead Redemption game. We know it's Marston. So why tease us with that he's in the game and not let us play as him in the game? A younger Marston. Now we kind of still know what his future is going to be, but it would still be fun to play as John Marston again. Just being the great character that he already was. Maybe you see him as a little bit younger and a little bit maybe more ruthless. I mean, remember, he's in a gang. So maybe we play as him, in more of a situation where he's not the sympathetic character that we came to really care for in Red Dead Redemption, where he's trying to redeem himself, but now he's this is basically what led up to all of this. The story just seems, I don't know. I mean, do we just play as Arthur for the first part of the game and then maybe it picks up, we lose Arthur and play as John Marston? Do we just play as Arthur Morgan through the whole game? Maybe I'm wrong and the whole game is just Arthur Morgan. What's the story really going to be about? Is this whole thing, a lot of people are speculating that this is the thing because Marston screws up, I guess, on a bank robbery. And so this is kind of the thing that leads Dutch to kind of double cross him or I'm fuzzy on those details. It's been a long time since I played that game. But, and I'm old. The fuzziness is there because I'm old. Not so much fuzzy here anymore, just fuzzy inside because my brain's going away. But, so maybe that's just Marston being young, getting into the gang. He maybe makes a little bit of a mistake, or, this isn't the big thing that, maybe at the end of the Red Dead Redemption 2, maybe that's where we see the part where Marston maybe screws up, and, makes his monumental mistake. I don't think that the part. This might just be a part of somebody's threatening because they look like they're concerned. Dutch and Arthur Morgan. I mean, if it's the same scene where they kind of show Morgan and Dutch looking out at the guy who's holding Marston hostage, they look concerned. Now, it could be just two totally different bits thrown together, but they look, if that is from the same scene, they look concerned, like they want to get him back. So, and he looks really young, almost like a teenager, which is kind of weird. He does look really young in that. Like he's still trying to grow the beard. It's not really coming in real well, and he looks really young. So maybe he's just some young kid that they're really trying to groom for this, and they don't want to lose the kid. I don't know. I mean, the scars I think came from the screw up. I mean, I'm hoping that it's not one of those things where that's towards the end of the game, or maybe we see that John screws up and then John kind of runs off and we never see him again in the game. We just kind of see where it all went wrong with John, and it's just Rockstar kind of saying, we're letting you know that this is what happened. This is how John was basically, how Red Dead Redemption starts. This is the process that started it. And so maybe John then after that, you'll never see John Marston again after this point. Rockstar is just showing us what actually happened between Dutch's gang and John Marston to lead to Red Dead Redemption. And then you'll just go basically through finishing off the storyline with Arthur Morgan and Dutch and all of them. So that's kind of my speculation on a little bit of what might happen. I can't wait for this game to come out. This game is going to be, Rockstar is going to nail this thing. It is going to be so much fun. It's too far away. It's too far away. I mean, we're looking at what? We still got all of May, basically. I mean, we got still 3 weeks of May. Then we got June, July, August, September. We still got most of October. At the best, we can say 5.5 months. But that's still forever. That's still like half a year away. It's too long. I mean, this game is going to be great. And that's if Rockstar doesn't sit there and go, we might need to push it back another month or two just to make everything kind of, just to kind of tweak some of the things that aren't working quite right yet. So what do you think? Do you think we'll play as just one character all the way through the game? Do you think we'll play as multiple like in Grand Theft Auto 5? Do you think John Marston will be a playable character through most of the game? Do you think that it'll be one of those things where you get to switch them off like we did in Grand Theft Auto 5, and if you just want to go have fun in the Old West, you can just switch to Marston and just play and have a good time and just sit there and go, yeah, I get to play as Marston for a while. And just do side quests as Marston. And, I mean, what do you want to see in Red Dead Redemption 2? Let me know down in the comments. And so I think that'll be it for this video. So with all that being said, to the troops, past, present, and future, thanks for the freedom.